Keep blazing your fire, fire, fire. Blazing your fire, fire, fire. This is Jimmy Morgan bigging up Aromatic Realistic TV. Real about ya here. Subscribe now. YouTube. Boom.
Reality check, man, from your device. You know it's a unique one, Aromatic Realistic TV. Anyway, today my viewers and subscribers at home and who are living in the diaspora abroad, I want to bring back your attention to the Prime Minister of Jamaica when he brags about when he build roads, he build them to last my lifetime and my children lifetime and dear children lifetime and dear children lifetime. But we see a little rainfall and a little flooding take place. And most of these roads tear up, mash up. So what that is telling you, as a people, as a taxpayers, we are not getting value for our tax dollars. My case is not to tell a lie on the Prime Minister, because I use their words to hold them accountable and to make a clear case against them. So the next time at the poll, the people will vote them out. This man is dishonest, he's a fraud, he's a con artist. And the Jamaican people, the Jamaican taxpayers is not getting value for their money. So I am building my case so the people can make a decision the next time they go to that polling booth and said, away with you and your Holness and your administration. So I am going to play the clip of the Prime Minister and I will dissect it on the other hand.
To build roads, you see asphalt as the end of that decision. But I want you to pay close attention to what is underneath the asphalt. When we build roads, we put in water mains that are not just designed to treat with the population that exists now, but we are planning for populations to come. So we are investing in significantly large water mains and not using old materials. We are using materials that will last hundreds of years. We are putting in fiber optic cables. We are putting in other sensors in the roads where necessary and possible. We put in sewage. But if you look at the roads that we are building today, you will see massive civil infrastructure investment. If you look at the size of the culverts and drains that are there to control water and soil slippage, massive investments. These roads will last your lifetime and your children's lifetime and their children's lifetime and their children's lifetime. We build infrastructure to provide for the growth and development of our country.
So clearly, that was the Prime Minister of Jamaica. And I'm just going to quote his words as he laid it out right there. To build roads, you see the asphalt as the end of that design. But what I want you to pay close attention to is what is underneath that asphalt. When we build roads, we put in water main that are not just designed to treat with this population that exists now, but we are planning for population to come. So we are investing in significant large water main. So if you look on the screen, I display the size of the water main. And I'm asking you, the Jamaican citizen, if you guys see those water main transporting to your communities, because we don't build those kind of water main. He goes on, and as I said, I only use their words. It's not my words. It's the Prime Minister. I am only quoting what he said. And not using all materials. We are using material that will last hundreds of years. So we are putting in fiber optic cables. And not using all material. We are using materials that will last hundreds of years. We are putting in fiber optic cable. We are putting in other sensors in the road where necessaries and possible. We put in sewage. I want you to take a look at this sewage that is running into the Kingston Harbor in this gully. Take a look at this raw sewage that is running into the Kingston Harbor. It's not my words, you know. It's the Prime Minister word. We are putting in other sensors in the road where necessary and possible. We put in sewage. Take a look at the sewage that they're putting. So that is raw sewage running down through that gully into the Kingston Harbor. So when they talk, we don't listen to them because they talk with passion and they talk with fear and they put it out there and tell us that these things gonna cost us billions of dollars. But at the end of the day, we know if a project costs 10 billion, 9.5 billion is gonna go into their pocket and they had $500 million to do the project. Anyway, I shall continue. But if you look at the road we are building today, you will see massive civil infrastructure investment. If you look at the size of the culvert, if you look at the size of the culvert and the drains that are there to control water and soil slippage, massive investment. These roads will last your lifetime, which is mine, and your children, that is mean to say my sons and my daughter, and their children, that means to say my grandpitney, and their children, that means to say my great grandpitney. These roads shall last their lifetime. So it is telling me, if that's the case, then we should looking at road that is lasting us 150 to 200 years before these roads damage. Because you have your most sophisticated engineer, China Harbor, first world. So they should have everything, Pat. Everything should be copper set. Where this is concerned. But we see a little rain and the road them deteriorate. You promise, you know, you tell us, I'm just quoting your words, you know, boss. I use it so that's, you know. Right? I'm gonna play you back for a minute and make the people hear what you are saying. Take it away.
Roads, you see asphalt as the end of that decision. But I want you to pay close attention to what is underneath the asphalt. When we build roads, we put in water mains that are not just designed to treat with the population that exists now, but we are planning for populations to come. So we are investing in significantly large water mains and not using old materials. We are using materials that will last hundreds of years. We are putting in fiber optic cables.
Where
We are
necessary.
putting in other sensors in the roads where necessary and possible. We put in sewage.
Switch.
But if you look at the roads that we are building today, you will see massive civil infrastructure investment. If you look at the size of the culverts and drains that are there to control water and soil slippage, massive investment.
Listen this, listen
These
this.
roads will last your lifetime and your children's lifetime and your children's lifetime and your children's lifetime. We build infrastructure to provide for the growth and development of our country.
Did you hear that? That's not my word. I am only quoting the words of the Prime Minister. These culprits, these frauds that defraud taxpayers billions of dollars, and we are not getting value for our money. And if you notice, this administration, they brag. In the first in history, we spend so much money on crime and violence and poverty. But at the end of the day, the people is not seeing the progress of billions of dollars. We are not seeing the investment and billions of taxpayers' dollars. Where this money is going? Where is this money going? Because you know brag and you boast and you talk how much billion you spend, but at the end of the day, taxpayers is not getting value for their money. I am going to play this next clip and the condition of the road them, and then we will dissect it and the other and
the country was battered by heavy rain for nearly 3 days, and now it's time to pick up the pieces. Leading the recovery effort is Prime Minister Andrew Holness. He headed to the eastern end of the island on Sunday to get a first-hand view of the destruction and displacement. His tour included aerial surveillance from this JDF helicopter. The Prime Minister said he now has a clearer idea of what needs to be done.
The main challenge would be the rivers are not controlled, so there needs to be greater investment in river training.
so after
So the rivers are
Intel we say when him build road, him build them for last my lifetime, me pitney lifetime, me grand pitney lifetime, and me great grand pitney lifetime. Now him a come back come blame river. The man they come blame river now for proper river training, because river is now taking different course and river is now overflowing them bank and river is now mashing up the roads. So why you bringing in China Harbor engineering? Why you bring in China Harbor Engineering? Now if you study all of these things about Mother Nature, the river, so you just go in, just go build roads. You know, just go in, go build roads. No consultation with the locals or the people who know the terrains of those places. You didn't do that. You just build roads. And now the first thing you come out now and they blame river. Eh? After you come out and tell we said to build roads, you see the asphalt as the end of that design. But what I want you to pay close attention to is what is underneath the asphalt. You see, when we build roads, we put in water main that are not just designed to treat the population that is existed now, but we are planning for the population to come. So we are investing in significant large water main. And not just using old materials. We are using material that will last hundreds of years. We are putting in fiber active cable. We are putting in other sensors in the road where necessary and possible. We put in sewage, what they run in the Kingston Harbor. But if you look at the road we are building today, you will see massive civil infrastructure investment. And if you look at the size of the culvert and the drain that are there to control water and soil slippage, massive investment. You go on and you stated these roads will last your lifetime, which is mine, your children, which is my sons and daughter, their children, that is my grandkid, their children, that is my great-grandkids. And now you want to come and blame river before you go and blame your engineer, your so-called China Harbor Engineering. They are the one that you need to go and blame. Because neither you nor them not have a clue what to do. Because your motive is to get the road finished so you can use it as a campaign slogan. But in the long run, the taxpayers of Jamaica will not get value for their money. Because you cut in here and cut in there and cut in all corners. Because you want to use these roads to brag. Use them for campaign slogan. Use them for campaign slogan when you know that these roads will take time. And the time that these roads gonna take, it will bring you way past the election period. But because you want to use this roads for your campaign slogan, 2025, you are trying to cut corners here and there. And using cheap material, cheap labor. And the taxpayers of Jamaica is not getting value. Is not getting value for their money. Let us continue. If you know that the rivers are changing course for the last 15, 20 years, if you know that the rivers are changing course, overflowing their banks for the last 15, 20 years, you are now there for almost 8 years now. 8 years you have to say you did it now. And you did not take that to consideration to sit down with your engineer and discuss all of these things to them. You know that the rivers are changing the last 15, 20 years. overflowing their banks, taking different courses, and you are building new highway, are putting in new road system, and you and your engineer and your NEPA, they did not go and sit and take all these things into consideration. You just go and you build road just like any other day. Any other day. I'm telling you guys that this man is not a leader. This man is a follower. This man is a follower. This man is not a leader. You understand? So anyway, I am going to play another clip.
Widespread flooding across several communities in St. Elizabeth on Saturday as heavy rain pounded sections of the island. Dozens of people were stranded in Santa Cruz as piles of debris rendered the main road impassable. As we hear in this report, residents are now appealing for the authorities to improve the drainage infrastructure in the parish. It may look like it, but this is not a waterfall cascading into a river. It is actually in St. Elizabeth after hours of rainfall Saturday afternoon.
There's a terrible flooding, you know. And most of the vehicles they may even have to park round on that side of the road there. As a relative home and such forth.
In the aftermath, piles of debris made the roadway impassable, and motorists, including taxi operators, were delayed for hours in traffic, which led to dozens of commuters being stranded in Santa Cruz.
Flood waters from the hills of Park Mountain came down through the drainage by the Rocky Hill area and resulted in a lot of debris, silt and all sorts of stuff coming onto the main thoroughfare of the Rocky Hill main road.
In other communities, more debris and severe damage to the road surface. Residents complained that the drainage system is to be blamed.
Yeah, me bad. I mean, if you watch your this man, I can go. I work with it. Me no have food.
While the Member of Parliament led efforts to clear sections of the road, there were urgent appeals for the government to find a permanent fix to the flooding problems. The residents fear that as rainfall gets more intense, things may get worse.
If you make a drain separate from the road and the road needs to sink, if the road no sink, you know, mash up.
Granny said they need to make a drain or a trench separate from the road. So when the water come down, it no come on the road. Even Granny. It better than when give Granny the walk. Eh? My viewers and subscribers, it better than when give Granny the walk. Granny said they need to build a drain different from the road, which you know take rocket scientists to figure that out. You understand? Anyway, we will continue to listen, Granny.
Grandpitney, them will vehicle carry them up for advanced school, can't come up. And in this rain, you know, what them are going to do? And they have to go walk, you can't the road, so come right up, you know. Me bird, me two chicken, me hog when me buy little feed, how me I go get up on me head? You can't pension.
Yeah, Granny say, you have him hog them while raise. You have him fold them while raise. When him buying feeding them, or she go bring them up. If a panny head in for carry. Granny say no pencil. Granny they in with it, you know. Granny they in with it. Granny say no pencil. You understand? But anyway, my people, you know, put fun and joke aside. You understand? These are the things that we are talking about. Look at the conditions of the road. You understand what I said? The con artist, the trick yard man, the trickster, the old bandit. Holness and the administration, brother. Taxpayers not getting value for their money. The only thing this administration go around and do, PR stunt. Come on TV, come talk for things look good and for things look nice. You understand? And if you notice when him talk with a passion there. You understand, if you feel that what he must say, it is legitimate when it is not. When it is not. You understand, this is the Prime Minister word, it's not my word. It's not aromatic word. Go over it one more time. To build roads, Jamaica, this is what the Prime Minister was saying. To build roads, you see the asphalt as the end of that design. But what I want you to pay close attention to is what is underneath the road. He is saying, we just see the road when it finished and how beautiful and pretty it look with the asphalt and everything. But we don't see the time and the effort what them put into it, the things that them use under the road. That is costing the billions of dollars. All of the first world equipment what them claim that them shipped in a Jamaica to build these roads. But I'm saying little rain drizzle, little flood and the rain and the road them mash up. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, let me continue. He says, as I quote, when we build roads, we put in water main that are not just designed to treat the population that exists now, but we are planning for population to come. So we are investing in significant, large water main. The water main them that him say him a invest in, them no build in a Jamaica. And some water main, one of them pipe they weigh how much ton. So if them are shipping them in the island and nothing what can hide, we're supposed to see them right along the roadway. And if we are using those water main, as he stated, then why all of those parishes and people not have water in them pipe? You understand what I'm saying? He continues, and not just using old materials. We are using material that will last hundreds of years. And not just using old material. We are using material that will last hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. So if you notice how them talk to it, we are not using old material. We are using material that's gonna last hundreds of years. That means just they are using the latest technology. You understand? The latest equipment, the latest sensor, the latest everything on the roads. So him put it out there. So we have it in our mind. Said these things go cost with billions of dollars. But on the other hand, as taxpayers, we are not getting value for our money. You understand? We are putting in other sensors, fancy design, light, reflector in the road. And he says where necessary and possible, we also put in sewage. But at the same time, we see raw sewage coming down through the gully in the Kingston Harbour. You see what they go on? Where necessary and possible, we put in sewage. He said, but if you look at the roads we are building today, you will see massive civil infrastructure investment. If you look at the size of the curb and the drain that are there to control water and soil slippage, massive investment. Last but not least, those roads will last your lifetime, your children's lifetime. Dear children lifetime and dear children lifetime. You understand what I'm saying? Those roads will last your lifetime and your children lifetime and dear children lifetime and their children lifetime. If that's be the case, these roads should last the people of Jamaica 150 to 200 years. It is not my word. It's the Prime Minister who said it. I am just stating what he said. That's all I'm doing. I am making the case to the Jamaican people that this man is a fraud. This man is a crook. This man is a bandit. This man is a bandit, three-card mafia. And this man does not have the right to lead us as a people. And as a people, we need to unify around Jamaica and save our little island from this mafia and its cronies around him. Remember to follow the movement and stay tuned to Aromatic Realistic TV. We tell you to like and share the thing. Don't keep it as a secret. The message is for the nooks and the crannies of Jamaica. It's for the inner city, the urban and rural Jamaica. And them reject, you know. They are forgotten. Them not care about them. So if we don't make the message reach them, all your fee say, we go and get the breakthrough. Or you believe we are going to get that deliverance from this wicked brother Andrew Holness and the administration. So you don't have to like the video. You don't have to share up the video them. And if you don't subscribe as yet, Aromatic is right here, waiting on you with open arms. Remember when you come over here, sir, I give you comfort. I give you peace. I give you joy and happiness. Sometimes we have to take it tough, but it's the reality of life. It's the reality of life. Don't keep this content as a secret. Like and share it and spread it globally. The fight is not just for Aromatic, but the fight is also for you to play your part. Because if you don't play your part, we are not going to be victorious. It's not I, it's us as one people at home and in the diaspora. The teamwork make the dream work. Struggle is real. Can't get no realer. And this 8 year under this brother Andrew Holness. Lie, cronyism, corruption, scandal after scandal. You can't take no more of this. Treat your fellow man with respect. Treat your fellow man with respect. Tell them, say, God and good road. The signature word. To love. To love. To love. Peace, my people.